The invitation arrived like a ghost from the past, tucked into my mailbox amid bills and junk flyers for pizza joints in suburban Chicago. Class of 2015, 10-year reunion, relive the glory days at Lincoln High. It proclaimed in tacky gold lettering, complete with a faded photo of our old gymnasium. I was 28 now, no longer the timid sophomore who hid in the library stacks, but Sofia Ramirez, successful tech entrepreneur, owner of a thriving app development firm in Silicon Valley. I'd traded my braces and oversized hoodies for power suits and a penthouse overlooking the bay. But as I traced the embossed letters, a name flashed in my mind: Brittany Hayes. My high school nemesis. The queen bee who turned my teenage years into a living hell. She spread rumors that I was a freak after I aced the science fair, orchestrated the prank that left me drenched in cafeteria slop during prom, and worst of all, stole my first crush, Tyler, just to prove she could. I crumpled the invite, but something stirred, a dark ember of unfinished business. Little did I know, Brittany was back in town, more venomous than ever, and our reunion would be the stage for a revenge so poetic, so meticulously engineered, it would shatter her world forever. Buckle up, this isn't just a story of payback. It's a masterclass in karma, served ice cold at the punch bowl. Let's rewind to those brutal hallways of Lincoln High in Naperville, Illinois, that picture-perfect suburb where picket fences hid the sharpest knives. I was the scholarship kid from the wrong side of the tracks, daughter of immigrant parents who worked double shifts at a factory to give me a shot at the American dream. Brittany? She was the golden girl, cheer captain, homecoming queen, daughter of the town's wealthiest real estate mogul. Her clique ruled with iron manicures, and I was their favorite target. It started innocently enough, a snide comment about my thrift store jeans in freshman English. But by sophomore year, it escalated. After I won the regional robotics competition, Brittany whispered that I'd cheated, planting evidence in my locker. The principal cleared me, but the damage was done. Kids called me Sophia the Sneak for months. Then came junior year. I confided in a friend about my crush on Tyler, the star quarterback. Brittany overheard, seduced him at a party, and paraded their fling like a trophy. The final blow? Senior prank night. She rigged a bucket of expired milk and food dye above the auditorium door, timed for my valedictorian speech rehearsal. I walked out looking like a Jackson Pollock painting, humiliated in front of the entire faculty. Graduation couldn't come soon enough. I fled to Stanford on a full ride, vowing never to look back. Life post-high school was my redemption arc. I majored in computer science, interned at Google, and by 25, launched Connectify, an app that linked underserved communities with local resources, from food banks to job training. It went viral during the pandemic, landing me on Forbes' 30 Under 30 list and a TED Talk that racked up millions of views. I dated casually, traveled to places like Bali and Tokyo, and built a circle of genuine friends who valued brains over beauty. Brittany faded into a bad memory, or so I thought. Until that invite. Curiosity got the better of me. I RSVP'd yes, booking a flight from San Francisco Airport to O'Hare. But as the date approached, June 15, 2025, whispers reached me via old classmates on Facebook. Brittany was back from LA, where her acting dreams had fizzled into bit parts on reality TV. Now, she was engaged to a hedge fund guy, flaunting her perfect life on Instagram. And rumor had it, she was chairing the reunion committee, planning to rub her success in everyone's faces. The suspense built during the flight, my mind racing like a hacker cracking code. I wasn't going in blind. I'd done my homework ethically, of course, using public records and a PI friend from work. Brittany's perfect life was a facade. Her dad's real estate empire was crumbling under lawsuits for shady developments. She'd been fired from 3 jobs for creative differences, code for diva behavior. Her fiancé, Mark, was a serial cheater, with a trail of exes spilling tea on Reddit. And the kicker? Brittany had a secret side hustle, running a pyramid scheme disguised as a wellness coaching program, preying on vulnerable women with promises of empowerment. It was all there in SEC filings and Better Business Bureau complaints. I smiled to myself over airline peanuts. Revenge wasn't about petty pranks anymore. It was about exposure, timed for maximum impact. Touchdown in Chicago felt like stepping into a time warp. I rented a sleek Tesla from the airport, driving the familiar route to Naperville under a Midwest sunset that painted the sky in oranges and pinks. The reunion was at the Old Country Club, strings of fairy lights twinkling against the manicured lawns. I arrived fashionably late, in a custom red dress that hugged my curves, a far cry from the wallflower I once was. Heads turned as I entered the ballroom, whispers rippling like waves. "Is that Sofia Ramirez? The app millionaire?" Brittany spotted me immediately, her Botox-frozen smile cracking just a fraction. She sashayed over in a sequined gown that screamed, "Trying too hard," air-kissing my cheeks. "Sophia, darling, you look different. Still into those nerdy gadgets." Her laugh was brittle, eyes scanning for weaknesses. I played along, chatting about old times, but inside, my plan was unfolding like a well-coded algorithm. The evening progressed with the usual nostalgia, a slideshow of yearbook photos, mine conveniently cropped out of group shots, speeches from former jocks now selling insurance, and a buffet of rubbery chicken. Brittany took the mic for her welcome address, gushing about her journey from high school star to entrepreneurial icon. She plugged her wellness scam shamelessly. "Join my program, ladies. Transform your life like I did." The crowd clapped politely, but I saw the eye rolls from those she'd burned. As dessert was served, key lime pie that tasted like regret, I excused myself to the powder room, slipping my phone from my clutch. Phase 1. Digital disruption. I'd prepped an anonymous email blast to every attendee's inbox, sourced from the reunion RSVP list, publicly available on the event site. It contained links to Brittany's skeletons, court docs on her dad's fraud, screenshots of Mark's infidelity from his ex's blog, and a breakdown of her pyramid scheme with testimonials from victims who'd lost thousands. The murmurs started as phones buzzed mid-toast. Brittany's face paled as she checked her own device, seeing the subject line, "The real Brittany Hayes, don't get scammed." Guests whispered, pulling up the attachments. "Is this true?" one woman asked, a former cheerleader now a mom of 3. Brittany stammered, "This is fake news. Jealous haters." But the damage was done. Her fiancé, Mark, bolted for the door after seeing his dirty laundry aired. Turns out, one of his flings was in the room. Phase 2 kicked in, live confrontation. I stood, microphone in hand, snagged from the DJ booth, and addressed the crowd. "Brittany, remember senior prank? The milk bucket? That was child's play. Tonight, we're adults, and actions have consequences." I projected a slideshow from my phone onto the venue's screen, evidence of her high school bullying, tied to her current cons. She hasn't changed, she's just upgraded her targets. Pandemonium ensued. Attendees confronted her. "You ruined my prom dress. You spread lies about my family." Brittany's empire of illusions shattered. Her wellness clients in the room demanded refunds. The country club manager, overhearing the fraud talk, called the cops. By midnight, she was alone at a table, mascara running as guests filed out. The final twist? As I left, a detective approached. My PI had tipped off the authorities about her scheme, leading to an FBI investigation. Turns out, it crossed state lines, making it federal. Brittany faced charges, her engagement ring pawned to pay lawyers, her Instagram deleted amid the backlash. Back in California, I watched the fallout from afar. Local news in Naperville ran stories, high school reunion turns scandalous. My app boomed with new users inspired by my empowerment through truth narrative. Brittany? Last seen waitressing at a diner off of 88, her dreams as deflated as a popped balloon. Revenge, I learned, isn't about destruction, it's about justice, delayed but delicious. If your past comes knocking, answer the door. You might just close it on their fingers forever. And as for me, the reunion wasn't a return, it was a coronation. The end of her reign, the dawn of mine.